Raymond Abbas, famously known as Hushpuppi, along with his accomplice, Lolakan Pommel, also known as Woodberry, have been successfully extradited to the United States following their arrests in Dubai back in June. The disclosure came through a statement from the police, with the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigations expressing their appreciation to the UAE crime watchdog for their crucial role in apprehending and extraditing these two suspects. Welcome to Starlight Buzz. Today in this video, we will dive into the captivating story of Woodberry, the infamous ally of Hushpuppi, and his involvement in a high-profile scam. Prepare to uncover the web of deceit and fraudulent activities that led to their downfall. From extravagant lifestyles to international cybercrime, we explore the intricate details of Woodberry's saga. Join us as we delve into the captivating world of one of the most notorious scams in recent history. But before we start, be sure to smash that subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell icon to get a notification when we update videos like this one. Lolakan Pommel, also known by his alias Woodberry, entered a plea of guilty to a fraud charge in a United States District Court and expected to return $8 million. This significant development was reported by Premium Times, a reputable news source. The specific district court overseeing the case was located in northern Illinois. The court had scheduled Woodberry's sentencing for the 11th of July. Woodberry gained notable recognition as an associate and collaborator of another Nigerian fraudster, Raymond Abbas, widely known as Hushpuppi. Hushpuppi himself had been arrested and imprisoned the previous year due to his involvement in international fraudulent activities. On June 8, 2020, both individuals were apprehended in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, for their involvement in widespread international online scams. Subsequently, they were extradited to the United States to undergo separate trials. Initially, Hushpuppi pleaded not guilty, but in April 2021, shortly before the commencement of a full trial, he changed his plea to guilty. In November 2022, the U.S. District Court for Central California, where prosecutors had filed charges against him, sentenced him to 8 years and 3 months in prison and ordered him to pay $8 million in restitution. Woodberry had been accused of defrauding the U.S. companies of approximately $15.2 million, and he consistently maintained his innocence for over 2 years. However, during the course of a change of plea hearing held in April at the U.S. District Court for Northern Illinois, he made a significant decision and reversed his stance by pleading guilty to 1 count of wire fraud. This information was derived from court documents obtained by Premium Times. Judge Robert Gettleman, who presided over the case, issued a ruling on April 6th accepting Woodberry's change of plea. Subsequently, a sentencing date was set for July 11th following the acceptance of the plea agreement between Woodberry and U.S. prosecutors. In order to assist in determining an appropriate sentence, the judge referred the case to the probation department for a thorough pre-sentence investigation and report. This investigation and report were intended to provide crucial information that would guide the judge in making a well-informed decision regarding the suitable sentencing in Woodberry's case. Before the scheduled sentencing date, Woodberry granted the U.S. government a 60-day period to furnish the probation office and the courtroom deputy with a comprehensive list of victims along with their current contact information. This information was required to obtain the court's order of restitution. The judge specifically stated that the provided list should include any amounts that are eligible for restitution. Additionally, the judge instructed that if the government was unable to provide the complete victim list within the given 60-day timeframe, they should file a motion requesting an extension to compile the necessary information. Woodberry and fraud. By pleading guilty, Woodberry admitted to his involvement in defrauding a company based in New York, referred to as Victim Company B, out of nearly $188,000. This fraudulent activity was carried out through online scams that primarily revolved around business email compromise schemes. According to U.S. prosecutors, the fraudulent activities began in January 2019 during which Woodberry and his accomplices participated in a scheme that specifically targeted victim company B, along with other companies. This scheme ultimately led to a fraudulent wire transfer of approximately $188,191.50 being directed to a specific bank account. How fraudulent plot was hatched. As per the court filing, the fraudulent scheme initiated when one or more of Woodberry's co-conspirators unlawfully gained unauthorized access to the email account of victim company B on or before January 16, 2019. The prosecutors stated that the unauthorized access was achieved by fraudulently obtaining the account credentials. Once access to the email account, known as the victim company B email account, was obtained, the co-schemers proceeded to alter specific security settings within the account. This was done with the intention of concealing their activities from the legitimate user of the email account, as outlined in the plea agreement signed by Woodberry. Promptly on January 16, 2019, an email was dispatched from the compromised email account of victim company B to another internal email account within the company. The content of the email requested a payment of $188,191.50 to be made to victim company B's designated supplier. Prosecutors assert that the email contained explicit instructions for the funds to be transferred through a wire transfer to a bank account established by Woodberry. It is stated that Woodberry was fully aware that he had no rightful claim to the money, and he understood that the purpose of the email was to deceive victim company B into redirecting the payment intended for the supplier to an account under his control rather than to the actual supplier. As a consequence of the fraudulent email, an amount of approximately $188,191.50 was transferred to an account identified as 8208. Woodberry acknowledges that this wire transfer was processed through the Federal Reserve System, originating from an account located in New York, and being sent to an account ending in Nashville, Tennessee. These details were outlined in the plea agreement. According to the document, on January 17, 2019, Woodberry received a message from an individual referred to as Individual B, notifying him that the money is in. Furthermore, the plea agreement states that upon Woodberry's instruction, Individual B converted around $119,000 of the fraudulently obtained funds into Bitcoin. Subsequently, Individual B transferred the Bitcoin to Woodberry's Bitcoin wallet. The plea agreement also reveals that Woodberry had established the fraudulent bank account through which he received the proceeds of the fraudulent wire transfer. Notably, he had set up this bank account 9 days prior to requesting payment via victim company B's compromised email account on January 16, 2019. According to the prosecutors, on January 7, 2019, Woodberry, using the alias Mark Kane, sent a message from outside of the United States to an individual identified as Individual B. In the message, Woodberry requested Individual B to open a bank account in the name of a supplier associated with victim company B. Woodberry instructed Individual B to establish a separate business account specifically designated to receive the funds. Following Woodberry's directives, Individual B proceeded to open an account under the name Individual B D/a victim company B supplier. The court filing indicates that Individual B then provided Woodberry with the account number, which ended in 8208, as well as the routing number. On January 10, 2019, Woodberry sent a message to Individual B, specifying that the wire transfer to the victim company B supplier account would amount to $188,000. This communication indicated the intended amount of the fraudulent transaction. The prosecutor involved in the case is advocating for the court to issue an order compelling the defendant, Woodberry, to make complete restitution. The goal is to ensure that the outstanding amount at the time of sentencing is fully repaid to the victims affected by the fraudulent activities. The U.S. government characterized Hushpuppi, an associate of Woodberry, as a prolific international fraudster who was involved in a conspiracy to launder tens of millions of dollars through various online scams. The government also noted that Hushpuppi used social media to showcase his opulent lifestyle, which was funded by his criminal activities. As a result, at the request of the U.S. government, Hushpuppi's Instagram account, which served as his primary platform for displaying his extravagant way of life, has been closed. This action was taken as part of the ongoing legal proceedings and investigation into his fraudulent activities. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey into the world of Woodberry. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others who might find it interesting, and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content. Stay tuned for future updates as we continue to explore fascinating stories and delve into the depths of intriguing personalities. Remember to click that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Thank you for your support.